Anyways, he was very like not into having the conversation, which told me like he's not, the curiosity is not. So I just sort of like turned my 15-minute set into a 5-minute set of I'm getting the light. What can I say about our guest today that Natasha can't beat me to saying?
Well,
mad at me right off the top?
He created one of the best shows on television.
Truly, one of the best shows on television. Abbott Elementary, he's the EP on that and showrunner. I'm assuming you run that show.
I do, with Quinta and my writing partner.
Pat, with your writing partner, Pat. Also, he's been a boss to me several times.
Yeah, that's right, more than once.
Yeah, both on the streets and in the sheets. Sheets being work, the work sheets of money.
Yeah.
We worked together on Harley Quinn and this show called Powerless. But moving on, he's got a new show coming out called I Suck at Girls.
Yes.
Which is based on a book that you wrote.
Yes.
The guy's addicted to creating things because he's also got a new book out July 7th called Get Lost. It's his first narrative book. Guys, fucking get wet for Justin Halpern.
Wow.
Bravo.
My first time get wet in the intro.
Bravo.
Yeah, but it felt right. I'm glad that you did that.
And you're a parent. How do you find the time to create?
Actually, partially after they go to bed, and then partially because our neighbors have kids the same age, and so I would send them over to the neighbor's house a lot.
That's great.
Or my wife would do me a favor, and she would put them to bed for like 2 months straight.
So nighttime writing.
Yeah, after I get home from work.
And the urge to write this book was?
During the WGA strike, when I was just walking the strike line and I wasn't going to write anything for TV or movies, and I would just like walk the line every day and think about things, and that's when the idea kind of came to me.
And I guess the idea of like the characters, like a father and a daughter.
Yeah, I was like obsessed with this idea of like somebody that everyone loves, like those like avuncular, like super popular people, but then like you meet their kid and their kid is like, this is the worst piece of shit. You don't even know how bad a person this is. And you like, everyone loves him and everyone hates you, even though you're like, I'm actually a good person. And this person is a piece of shit and you like love them. Just that idea of that dynamic and how to like process that as a kid and then later as an adult.
I believe, because I've been telling my husband this, like when the kids kind of suck and they seem like duds, I'm like, this is clearly the parents' fault.
Always.
Oh, yeah.
It is, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it would be like blaming the cake for tasting bad instead of the people who are making
kids,
the cake.
The kids are the cake,
Yeah.
and we have the ingredients.
Yes.
And that's why when people are like, oh, my kid's a piece of shit, you're like, you get lost.
Yeah.
Who says their kid's a piece of shit?
The vibe, the line read is like, oh, this, I'm not going to say exactly who, but there is someone in my life where like when their kid does something that's like not right, but like completely correct for the kid's age, like trips on a step or something, they're like, pfft.
I also feel like there was like
an
era of like a few years where it was like kind of funny and cool to say, oh, my kid's an asshole.
It was the
my
Louis
kid's a piece
C.K.
of shit.
effect.
Yeah.
Louis C.K. said asshole and people were like, what?
Yeah.
And then they went too far with it.
They
Every
did.
man who opens for me at a comedy club across America has jokes about that now.
Really?
Yeah, like their kids. Yeah, it's like, you know, it all kind of just
That's
gets...
like the thing about me that's going to be crazy is I'm going to be the first one to say my kid's a piece of shit.
Yeah, it was like upping it each time. And the next
So
one
how
was
many
like,
pieces
fuck
of
my
shit
kids.
you got, Justin?
Yeah, I have 2.
You got 2.
Yeah, 2 wonderful pieces of shit.
And back, I was just telling you, speaking of pieces of shit and your kids, when we were on a show together, I like so remember, because every time like when Wolfie was sort of like potty training, and I would never forget, you would come to work and you'd be like, my kid is afraid of his own shit.
He was afraid of shit leaving his body.
Yeah.
So he was like terrified of it.
Which
So
is
even
so cute.
Yeah, so even when he was like 4, because you know when they turn 3 or 4, then the shits they're taking are just like a human being's shit. And so I was like desperate to just have him go in the bathroom and shit in the toilet. And then he wouldn't do it. He'd make me put on a diaper. He was out of diapers, but he'd make me put a diaper on him so then he could take a shit. And so then the compromise was, all right, sit on the potty and take a shit.
Into the
and
diaper.
then one day I decided, into the diaper. And so then one day I cut a hole in the diaper without him knowing. And so he took a shit and then he heard a plop.
Is this real?
Yeah.
You cut a hole in the diaper?
So he's like going to the bathroom being like totally secure, but he's wearing assless chaps.
Yes. And then
Oh
he took a
my
shit
God.
and he heard a plop. And he was like, You know those movies where like someone like watches their like spouse walk into the street and be hit by a car and they're like so overcome they can't even like breathe, they're crying so hard? Like that's what he did. I was like holding him for like 30 minutes to try to calm him down.
He was mad.
He was beside himself.
Livid.
Like
because
livid.
He's like,
yeah.
I don't shit in the toilet.
Yeah, it was like, I think it was like to him, it was like my arm fell off into the toilet and I can't get it now. Like, I think he just thought like the shit was like part of him. And for whatever reason, it like
that's
really
kinda
freaked
cute.
him off. Yeah.
It's so cute.
But like a whole, that's very orchestrated.
I know, but I was in like a dark place.
Well, I did the same thing. My brother and I, when we were younger, we were doing wedgie fights. You know, it was like we were chasing each other around and giving each other bigger and bigger wedgies, and I cut my underwear.
Oh, interesting.
Wow.
You guys all asked, how does this relate to your childhood, right?
Well, you know what that reminds me of? One of the reasons why I didn't have children, because I remember up until being
You do have a child, though.
I know, but I didn't have children until I was like in my 40s.
Uh-huh.
I remember specifically, up until I was about 14, the phrase, Tasha, come and wipe my bottom. I had to wipe my brother's butts my whole childhood.
Oh, that just was ringing through all through your 30s. You'd be like on the subway, be like, Tasha.
In a dark room, you're by
Make
yourself.
sure
It's
there's
like,
none of
it's a
my
horror.
balls, Tasha. You're like 20, he's 18.
That was like, but that's true because that's what I would get as dad. And then one time he said, I'll hold my testicles up for you to make it easier. And I was like, okay, now you can intellectualize the process of this. You need to
My
stop.
work here is done.
Yeah, like this
Yeah.
has to stop. As soon as you understand how it could be easier for me, then this has to end.
Yes. Well, now that era is
man.
over. Now your kids are 10 and 13.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
And what are you bumping up against now?
Yeah,
what you
what's
got?
your-
You're our
what's your
future.
era?
It's a lot of like the social dynamics get a little trickier.
Between
like,
the two of them or in their own perspective?
Between the two of them a little bit, but also just between like the 13-year-olds dealing with like now there's social dynamics at school that are like people are dating, like kids are like going out
Wait,
on
are your
dates.
kids dating?
No, my kid like can't speak around a girl, but
So he's like very crushing.
yes, but
Okay.
he won't engage in like any way at all. So there's that, and there's like the you know when the cliques at school, there's like shitty stuff there. So it's like stuff that I'm encountering for the first time. You know, where there'll be like somebody be like, you know, he also like forgets to wear his deodorant, even though I'm like, you play basketball every day, like you have to wear your deodorant, and he'll like
Yeah.
forget. And then he doesn't care when I say he smells, but then like a girl was like, you kind of stink. And then it's like, oh shit. And then, so that's what like,
A girl said that to him?
well, I think
mean, you
it's so
kinda-
many
it's
words.
kind of good,
I
isn't
think
it?
I was like,
You're like,
Like-
you give the girl $20. You're like, same thing next week.
it's actually a 45-year-old actress. That's just
Yes. All right, I think I've seen that girl on Abbott Elementary.
Yeah.
Doesn't
She's
she
like,
play
yeah,
a teacher?
no problem. And
Is
puts
that
it out.
Janelle James?
Yeah. Janelle roasts him for being
I love
stinky.
Janelle. She's so
She's
funny.
the best. So funny.
Okay, so the coaching social dynamics, that sounds really hard.
Yes.
We're-
And the
not at that
13-year-old is
realm yet.
stinking. The 10-year-old's not stinking yet.
No, the 10-year-old doesn't smell it. But also the 13-year-old, it has not, like the stinking is the only part of puberty he started to go through. Well, I asked him because I was like, oh, do you have any like hair under your arms? And he was like, no. And I was like, do you have like any hair? And he was like, do not ask the second question. Because he knew I was going to be like, do you have any like hair around your private parts? You know, because I don't know if he's going through puberty now. He doesn't look like it.
Yeah.
So it's like, but then
You're
some
not
13,
really naked house.
No.
I'm pretty naked house.
I know you are.
I also remember about you, I'll never forget, you were like, I pitched something at one point and you were like, yeah, I mean, don't trust her, guys. She's wearing a fucking tank top to work.
No, the biggest beef we had was you were telling this story about going to you were in Palm Springs and you
Yeah.
were at a hotel
Oh
and
my
you were
God.
like, I'm topless in this hotel and this lady is making such a big deal about it. And I was like, oh, what hotel are you at? Like the Ace or the Park? And it was like a Holiday Inn. And I'm like, well, yeah,
You're not supposed to be topless at a hotel.
That's what I said.
Guys,
She was like, it's Palm
guys.
Springs. I'm like, yeah, but it's a
Sabrina.
Palm Springs that has like a free breakfast. It's
You know
not
what?
like a.
I'm gonna take my goddamn tits off now, and I'll go topless.
You
I
were
get it.
topless
Now, I
at
didn't-
a Holiday Inn?
Back then, top surgery was not popularized. Now I get it. I'll get the surgery, and I'll be at that Holiday Inn.
Sabrina, you are wild.
Tasha, come and wrap my tits up.
You were so mad at this like 50-year-old woman who was there.
I look back at a few things about when I first started staffing. I was like
Dude,
a
I wanna
wild
tell you-
beast that was put into an office. I never worked. I just started doing stand-up as a teenager, wrote a script, and they were like, come to this office job. 3 things that I regret. All right. The tank top probably was not professional.
Did you stop wearing them after
One
you said
time,
that?
my first show, some
By the way,
lady.
I was fine with you wearing a tank top.
Why not? But
Yeah.
when I showed up tits out, that was too big. That was too big. But then one other thing that I did that when I go on Facebook, you know, the like old strip mall that is Facebook, and it's like still like somehow the picture is there. Some lady I worked with took a picture of me, and I had my feet. No shoes, no socks, no problem. And my toes were like gripping the table. And she took a picture and she posted it on Facebook. She tagged me. She goes, gross.
You were at work with your bare toes gripping the table?
I think I just took it too seriously that like, you know, rock out with your cock
That
out.
wasn't when you worked with me.
No, that was my first show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was crowded.
Yeah.
I had my
You
feet.
do like to rock out with your
I
cock
like to rock
out.
out with your
Yeah.
cock out, which is a good attitude to have, but you can fly too close to the sun and get caught on Facebook with a picture of your feet.
Yeah.
And then the third thing, what's the third thing? I guess having the attitude that you could have your tits out at the Holiday Inn. Although I do feel like bikini top is like a titty hijab. And, you know, we look at Muslim women and we're like, oh my God, why does her husband make her cover her hair like that? And the logic is because if a man sees her hair, he's going to get so horny and want to rape her.
But
isn't that the same with my tits?
But we don't live in Antibes.
I don't
Am
even,
I right, people?
Is Antibes like a Middle Eastern country
No,
or a French
it's France.
country?
Like in
And that's-
France,
is that where
Yeah.
the tits
it's
go out?
legal
Yeah.
to have a topless beach.
What a deep cut with Antibes. By the way, shout out to our Antibian listeners.
Well, it's accepted there. And
Okay.
it's hot and you see it, but it's not
Natasha,
it's not
by the way,
accepted
Natasha,
here.
in the
Yeah.
past calendar year, you
And-
were doing stand-up with your tits out.
That's true, but that was
Ah!
also that
You've
was
been
one
Antibes.
flash in stand up. I'm not, I did it as an event. I wasn't like, "Oh my god."
also, I think like
It was an event. It was my event at the Holiday Inn.
yeah, but like that's why I was like, was it at the Ace or the Parker or someplace that's like it's kind of cool and
The Parker
progressive?
feels
Like
no, the Ace feels yes.
I think if you have 1,000 locations within the continental U.S., you can't take your tits out of that place. Like I think that's like, I think that's it's like a McDonald's but for like a hotel.
I want to tell my favorite Sabrina story, but I'm probably not supposed to. So
Why?
Because I feel like maybe it was told in confidence.
Wait, tell me the key words to it.
PP.
PP? Honeymoon PP? Is it honeymoon PP? What is it?
We can cut this out.
No, you don't tell the whole story. Is it honeymoon PP?
Chair PP.
Chair PP. Maybe there's a girl that I know, and maybe she was on her honeymoon, and maybe she was sitting in a chair, and maybe she
In the sand.
in
Like
the
on-
sand by the beach, and maybe she kept on running to the ocean to go pee pee, and maybe after like the 6th very strong mezcal tequila margarita.
No,
Okay.
no.
Maybe after that she started saying to herself, "This is fucking bullshit. Why am I running to the ocean to go take a pee just to sit back down in this chair when obviously
There's a slab.
everyone knows what's going on here?"
Everyone knows what's going on. By the way, everyone just thought we're at the beach. This person loves the ocean.
I don't know. This girl could exist. She could not. But that could be a story. And I'm done telling this story because I'm about to tell my era.
I
My
just want to say real
parenting-
quick.
Did you get a
though,
good visual
Yeah.
though?
I
Just kind
did.
of slatting off
But
the side.
I wanted to say that it was
During
No, not
conversation?
off
Yeah.
the side. It was through the middle.
Because it was like one
a
of those
mesh-
like nylon
Look,
mesh.
and
like
by the
Sabrina,
way,
that is the
I wanna-
craziest
I know. We got and imagine that girl's wife's buyer's remorse on a fucking honeymoon. But you've got it. This is the
But
part.
imagine she can roll with it. That's a
She
cute
Yeah.
rocks out with her cock out. I know. There's things I've had to scale back if I was that girl. There's things I've changed if I was that girl.
How far were you from the water?
10 feet. It was, and that to me, it's like that tide is going to come in and wash it all away.
But it's you're sitting in it.
I know, but I thought I was being a little bit sneakier than I was.
But even just for yourself.
Oh, because I obviously ran to the water to go swim after.
By the way, I think about
it wasn't
that
like
story.
I was walking around with pee-pee on my pee-pee.
I think about
went
that
swimming
story
after.
every month, and I didn't even remember it was on your honeymoon.
On a monthly
That's
basis.
incredible on your honeymoon.
My honeymoon. And by the way, that night, were the winds howling for that girl. That girl, the winds were howling, and it was not a good scene back at the low-cost Airbnb.
You know what I just realized? My dad was a used car salesman. Very
And
charming.
so is your podcast partner.
You do have that. Like, I could see you being able to charm and
And
backtrack
pass through it.
and really still sell her on you as a package.
That's was like when we found out you hosted that Canadian reality show.
The reality
kids
show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you would go into that voice.
I'm starting to watch those with my kid now.
You have
You
a kids
are?
show voice?
Welcome back to In
Yeah.
Real Life. Today,
You press really hard.
which
Yeah.
one of these kids will be eliminated in the
Yeah.
final competition?
Yeah.
Love it.
We watched a lot of that in the writer's room.
Yeah. You get a lot when you hire me.
Okay, well, we can cut that out if you want.
I
but
think we
it
cut
could make
that
me
in. I
cry.
think we double it up.
Okay, and so
I think
what's your
everybody,
era?
there's people probably that are listening that highly relate.
No one can relate to any of the things.
Is Justin's era Stinky Boy? Stinky Boy and
Stinky Boy, I haven't done my era yet.
you do your era. Break it up.
Okay, you want me to do mine?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I kind of want you guys' advice on this too, my era. So the other day, I'm kind of like trying to indulge the artistic whatever, and my daughter's like, I want to paint. Because I was like, let's walk to the restaurant and get a glass of wine.
Let's do a regular thing. Yeah.
And she was like, I want to paint. And like her painting is like very like, she's like Maria Abramowitz or whatever. She's like very performance artist, like it's like she's throwing herself into it. So I got a new TV and it's like a massive TV. So it's a big cardboard. She's like, let's paint. So she brings all the paints out. I'm like, we have to do it outside. So we're outside. And she's like, wait, do you see what we're going to do? She starts emptying every single paint she can find that we have, like weird IKEA spray paints. And then she's like, watch this. And she gets her feet into it. And she's like, I'm going to make a painting. So she's slip sliding in the paint on this huge cardboard TV box. And then she's like, Mom, try it. And the whole time I'm like, be careful. There's that sparkle. We have to make sure it comes out of the sidewalk. And then I was like, yeah, I'm not going to do that. And she was like, you used to be fun.
She said that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Natasha's daughter knows how to work her.
And then
Natasha goes to restaurants and is like, I hope she thinks it's cool enough.
And then I take my socks off. And I
And-
get my feet in the paint.
Oh, she
And
worked
begrudgingly
it.
do the thing.
And how was it?
I mean, her painting did look kind of cool.
Yeah, I was going to say that probably turned out all right.
It was cool, and I still have it. But I can't say it's what I wanted to do. I hope I created a fun memory, but also, like, what would you guys do in that situation? Would you take your socks off and get in the paint?
I'm thinking about taking you to the Holiday Inn, putting you in a low rider chair, and being like, you used to be fun. Feeding you full of drinks and be like, you used to be fun. You know what to
I would
do.
piss
Yeah.
off of it. I would do that.
Somebody
Yeah.
hand me a bathroom.
Hand me a bathroom. Wait, so Justin, would you indulge? Would you? Because I liked her creativity.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think you made the right choice, especially if you didn't have I would say if you had like plans to go and get a drink and you wanted to like that's what you were gonna do.
Well, it was dinner time.
Yeah. But I mean, like if you had your heart set on that, then sometimes I'd be like, no, we're gonna go do this thing. Like this is the thing we're all doing.
Well, it was just like
But-
I want to go chill and eat dinner.
Yeah, I think you made I would do the same thing. I remember lots of times when my kids were that age where it was like, I mean, how often when they're that age are they doing something you really want to do? It's like
Yeah.
almost never. So you have to my feeling was like, yeah, I'll go do the thing for you. Like my kid always has like grand plans of like, I want to build the Eiffel Tower out of toothpicks. And I'm like, well, obviously that's not going to happen.
Why don't we start with a triangle?
Yeah. And and I know he's going to get bored 2 seconds in and we'll
Yeah.
stop. But like, I think you did the right thing.
Okay, well, thank you. And how do you approach it then when they're like, I want to do this grand thing, and she'll do stuff like that, and she's like, oh, I already know how to do it, and I'm like, well, I want to teach you, and she's like, no, we do it this way, and then do you just kind of like let them motor through it until they realize
I was doing exactly that until actually this year, because then it started to be like school projects that they had to turn in. And I have to be like, the idea that you're pitching to do this project is terrible and it's not going to work. And I don't have like 6 hours to like have you fuck it up for 4 hours.
You said that?
I didn't say it like that, but I did. I was like,
you got to be Mr. Wonderful at Shark Tank and be like, this is not viable.
That's a great analogy.
But not Mr. Wonderful. Be like Lori. She's
right.
still practical, but she's not gonna throw her money at
Right.
nothing.
well, I just have a limited amount of time. So I'm like, if you want I always say like, if you want my help, then you have to actually like listen to some of the things I'm saying. You don't have to do them, but you have to at least listen to what I'm saying.
Interesting.
Like,
So
take
kind of
down.
like around age 10.
Yeah.
No, you can already start practicing being like, we're not. What I would say with the painting thing is like, okay, I'm fine with you painting, but the last time you painted, it took me a long time to clean it up. So whatever you're doing, make sure that you're able to clean it up.
That's my new thing I say to them all the
Yeah.
time is I say, whatever you're going to do, I want there to be no evidence that you were here after you're done. So I want it to seem like I would walk through here and be like, I wonder if anyone was even in here.
Yeah.
That's how
Erase
clean I want.
yourself.
Yes, exactly.
Act like I'm dating a woman that doesn't know I have a wife and kids. And that's for all of you.
Yeah.
She's coming over between 7 and 9.
Okay, I like that. I want to see no evidence.
Yeah.
Well, Wolfie's getting into cooking right now, and he's like really into like baking. So he like baked like 2 things yesterday. He made pancakes in the morning, and then he made strawberry cupcakes.
Nice.
And I'm like, you can do whatever you want.
Does he read the instructions?
Yeah, he's
Wow,
doing it.
really?
He's really doing it all.
That's
He's
very
really
advanced.
actually
That's
very
super advanced.
talented. But he like acts. He's like, I always clean up, and I'm like, no, you don't clean up. And it takes more effort to make him clean up than just doing it. But I'm like, I'm like talking for where I want it to be. I'm like, yes, you can bake as long as you clean it all up. And then he cleans like half of it up, but not
So
right.
he reads the instructions.
Yes.
And my kid the other day he was like, I want to cut my own piece of cheese, and it was a block of cheese, and he had the knife going point down into it, and I was like, what? How is that making sense in your brain? Like, why? What do you think's gonna happen when you like? He can't do anything.
He's a butcher. Your kid's a butcher.
He's a murderer.
Yeah, that's what
But like, that's crazy that your kid can do that.
He's really talented with it. I mean, it's whatever they're passionate about, right? Like, if a kid is really good at math, then they'll be like really into their math homework. If a kid is like, he's like
that's
super
true.
into cooking, but he also like, I cook a lot and
And Shauna kind of has the magical element afterwards.
oh my God, Wolfie's so into fashion because of Shauna. And then he can't lose because everything Shauna buys him, it's like, it doesn't matter what mixture of things he puts together. It's like, Wolfie, you chose your outfit? And it's like, yeah, I mean, throw a dart at his closet and it's going to be something cool that Shauna found at like some Goodwill in Seattle.
I need Shauna's help because my daughter was begging me for new clothes.
Well,
clothes.
Shauna already got your kid a tube top, which was...
I know. And it doesn't, she said it's itchy.
Oh, that's like the itchy. It's done. They'll never
Itchy
touch
is
it again.
done. And for me too, honestly.
Yeah, I don't want anything itchy.
I don't want to. Why would I put something on that's going to constantly itch me? I don't care how cool it looks.
Well, I really splurged and took her to Ross. Dress
Okay.
for less.
And?
Let her buy anything. She bought all this stuff. And then when we got home today, we bought it like a week ago. I hung it all up in the closet. We just got home. We were on vacation. We got home. She looked at her closet. She goes, Mom, don't be mad, but that stuff's not really my style.
oh my God,
Wow.
Natasha. First of all, let her get anything. Come home with all this stuff. Come on.
I don't.
But it's Ross.
That's what she picked
Yeah,
out.
but you
Everything
say
was
you
like
got a $20
$3.99.
Yeah.
budget and then she gets like 5 things.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, now what? And
She's got to go return it.
What did she say her style was?
she doesn't. She's trying to find it.
Oh, okay.
You know, and she is really into fashion. I think it's hard to find your style because also it's like I'm not trying to search online for like she gets dirty every day.
Yeah.
She's in the mud. Like, am I trying to do like fashion?
No.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know what to do exactly. And I get it. Like, if I had to pick from clothes at Ross, I'd probably regret some of the stuff
There's
that
some
was
good
hanging
stuff
up.
at Ross.
There is, but there's also some like ugly shit. And
she
like,
picked the ugly.
Well, no, I thought she picked cute things, but some of the stuff I was like, okay, sure. Because she was like, I don't like this. I do like this. I was like, okay, she's kind of feeling it. And I meant to take her to the outlets in Oxnard, but when it got close to the time to go to Oxnard,
Oh, yeah.
I was like,
No.
I'd rather paint with my feet right
Yeah.
Yeah, like I just
You have to go to
couldn't.
Oxnard. There's like a 45-minute window between like 2 and 3 you can go.
I was
Like,
too
yeah.
afraid. I was like, I don't think I'm going to be able to handle this. And then, on the way, we were going to do it, and then we stopped at In-N-Out, and then the Chihuahua was in the car, and the Chihuahua went under the seat, jumped on my lap. As I was ordering, I heard this like fart sound, had diarrhea all over my pants.
What?
No.
And so I'm like, I can't do this.
Tasha.
I can't
Dog
do
diarrhea on your pants.
It did is
Oh,
no.
and then she was like, "Mom, perfect. We're going to the outlets. You can get new pants."
She's got laxative pills in her hand.
I'm like, this is not the day. So yeah, I never was able to take her to. I wanted to expand her horizons beyond Ross.
Yes.
But maybe Shauna can help me out with this.
I don't know if you feel this as I have a dog too, and it's like feels just extra bad when you have to clean up like gross shit that's not from your kids when it's like your dog throws up or your
I
dog like
know.
shits in the house or something
Yeah,
like
it's
that.
weird. Like the
You're
perspective
like, no, I already
shift.
have them.
Yes. And when you had just the dog, you were like, let me get that diarrhea. But now it's like, it's a completely, the chemistry is shifted.
Yes.
It's like when you're dating someone and you get the ick. It's like the dog's shit has become the person that's like laughing for no reason. And you're like, you don't get it.
Wait, Sabrina, what's your era?
Thank you so much for asking. You never quite ask me.
I'm asking you now.
Do you want to hear it?
Is your era that the plants on our set keeps shifting every time someone comes?
Look, we're a work in progress. And if you're looking at the visuals, stick to our gorgeous faces. But my era is pretty wild. Shauna and I, on Friday, we were on a date. And at the end of the date, she's like, I think we got to start talking to Wolfie, who's 8, about erections. So that, like, he knows we're on top of it. Or, like, like we're like 2 women. And so it's like, I'm like very sort of like,
Well, someone told me a long time ago, I want to tell my kids stuff so it comes from me.
yes,
Yes,
exactly.
yeah.
Always.
And I had never thought of it like that. So
Me
I'm like,
neither.
I want to stay on top of it.
Yeah, I want
Yeah.
them to know that it's not like you're going to find out Trump was elected just like on a press release. I'm going to be like, there's a horrible man and it could be coming. That's what your dick is. Blood is rushing to the horrible man in your pants.
You make him super afraid of it.
Your
Shame him.
penis is the president. No, I was like, bodies are changing. I looked at the internet because I'm like, what is an erection? And I was like, your body's changing, and this is something that's going to be happening, and it's totally not like a bad thing, but it could be uncomfortable if it happens and you're not expecting it. And
Or it could be super comfortable.
or it's
Also a
good,
problem.
comfortable later in life when you find out where it goes. But he also knows everything. I've told him about sex. And anyways, he was very like not into having the conversation, which told me like he's not. The curiosity is not. So I just sort of like turned my 15-minute set into a 5-minute set of I'm getting the light. And so I was like, it's like when the blood rushes to your penis and it's probably already happening. And he's like, no, never. And I'm like, well, that's probably not a fact. Because it's already...
Wait,
I mean,
it
like
already
kids,
happens before puberty?
Babies sometimes
They
get
get
hard.
like, they'll get like, it's not an erection really, but it is like it's not.
It's physiological.
Like blood rush is there, but it's not, I didn't know this either until I had kids. Because
Yeah.
I didn't remember it from my childhood.
Like sometimes
So he's
it's
trying to give you the
just-
light.
He's giving me the light, and I'm like, it's been so great out here with you in this way. And I'm just like giving the information to him. But I'm wondering what I didn't have the information on, and I didn't like Google it. I said because what was Googleable was like, and if you get an erection, and you're at school, you just sit down. Just like sit down. One thing that they said, like you can like go to the bathroom and put cold water on your hands. Is that true?
Well, there's also the French tuck.
That's what I wanted to ask you about, which is on the waistband of your pants, right?
Yeah.
That I kind of alluded to that, but he was already like, "You should be off stage, man." I was like, as I was walking
our
up, and I'm
next
like, "There
performer."
is this thing called I don't know what it's called, but you put your dick in your rim of your pants. All right, good night."
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I'm sure many fathers with actual penises don't talk to their children.
You're saying I don't have a dick?
I'm saying, I was made to feel shame about it all.
Well, what I kind of threw women under the bus at the end. I was like, but look, if this sounds like something to deal with, imagine if you were a girl. Like when I was younger, it was like, you're going to bleed for 5 days. And I was like, guess what I'd rather have rather than bleeding for 5 days? And he's like, an erection.
He said
like,
that?
I got the crowd back.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, I remember that era of like being in school and all the kids were brought to like, they were like separated by gender, like a Muslim wedding. And then the boys were like, I imagine they were like, guys, here's what fucking is, and your dick's gonna get hard. Air horns. And then
That was exactly how it was.
In the basement were all the girls, and they were like, you're gonna bleed, bitch. And bleeding, like, before you know what a period is, you're like, my pussy's gonna get cut open or what? Like, what is this blood? The blood never is like not associated with like a wound.
Yeah.
You know?
But it
It's
is
like,
weird because I remember like Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret was like the big book to read about it. And it was always like, yes, I got it. It was
that
like,
was not the vibe in our meeting. And then at the end, they gave you like a pad the size of like a small pillow. And it was like, and that's just what you'll have down there.
yeah, it's pretty whack.
It's
The
pretty
way
whack.
it was described,
Periods. Yeah, it's pretty whack.
it's pretty.
I mean, yeah, just walk because you're not allowed to use I wasn't allowed to use a tampon right away, so it's like you are wearing a diaper.
I had a hard time putting one in, and my mom went down like a mechanic and helped me, putting a dart.
That is cool.
It's very sweet.
That is.
I was trying to
sweet.
go to a pool party, and I was like sweating and like pushing it into the sides of my. What's this?
Asshole?
Your asshole has sides.
Yeah, the walls of my asshole.
Labia.
Sabrina,
No,
that's not where tampon
No, the
goes.
tube is called the
Your
vagina.
fallopian tubes.
Now, just correct me if I'm wrong.
The vaginal canal?
The vaginal canal. It takes a man to teach us what these parts are called. I was going into the wrong parts of the Panama Canal.
Okay.
And she was like, no. Up. And she got it in there. And that's, honestly, this is maybe one of the most vulnerable of my podcasts. It's been a lot of below belt
To
stories.
be honest, Miss Jalees, those are goals. That's a very like helpful parent, like.
Yeah,
what-
that really is.
Yeah.
It's an embarrassing. I mean, my mom, I still asked her, I said, Mom, why? Someone told me recently, maybe it was you, that you're not supposed to flush your tampons.
Me, please.
I didn't know that.
What?
No one ever told me. And I
Why
asked
not?
my mom about
Did
it
it
recently.
clog up the plumbing?
Yeah, you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to put it.
You don't know?
He didn't know either. Are
I
you
grew
from
up
the Midwest?
with 3 brothers, and my wife says it's a boy island. Like, I grew up with, like, no.
No, tampons are meant to be little, and then when they have liquid in them, they're meant to like continue to absorb and expand so that you don't leak.
So
So
that's
when
why
you
you
take
don't
them
flush
out
them.
and then you put them in the toilet, they just expand like those little toys.
Well,
Those little tiny
I asked
alligators
my
that
mom
turn-
about it, and she was like, didn't want to answer me. Like, and I'm just like, maybe she didn't know. I don't know, but it
Whoa.
was way too old. I think I stopped having my period by the time I realized I wasn't supposed to flush my I spent
That's very
all
bad.
of my
That's
Well,
bad.
I'm sorry to all the people I rented houses from.
I truly. That's like probably like tens of thousands of dollars of damage. You get sued by several landlords. Well,
I've
what
never
was-
gotten a deposit back.
Did you you wrote the book Shit My Dad Says?
Huge. This was like when I
Huge
was
book,
when I was
which also
coming up
became
in
a show.
comedy. This was like one of the major accounts.
Major
Yeah.
on
accounts.
what we used to call
Twitter.
Yes.
But did your dad have a talk with you about erections?
No. No. One time in 9th grade, we were driving and he opened the glove box and there was like 500 condoms in it. And he was like, "These are here if you need them." And I had never
How old
even.
were you?
I was in 9th grade and also like.
Wait,
I
in the
was-
glove box of the car?
Yeah. I didn't even drive yet either. I was like, how the fuck would I even. Like,
So
how
he has
them
there?
put them in there. Or maybe.
I mean,
guess.
that doesn't seem.
It's my,
it's like-
That's pretty cute, though. I mean, he's letting you know.
Yeah, he was like, it was very like wishful thinking on his part that I was ever going to use those. So I was like, yeah, I'll use them 6 years later.
Yeah.
But it was, that was it. We didn't have like any. One time I accidentally left the one porno that me and 8 other people shared, passed around
Oh my God.
in the VCR. And I didn't realize I forgot it in there, and I like woke up one morning. He was like standing above me, and he had it, and he was just like, "You're never gonna fuck a woman that looks like this, and women don't fuck like this."
Oh, that's good.
That's what he said.
He
That's
said
good.
fuck?
Oh yeah.
But that's like the modern day, like what people are needing to say to their kids is like, don't look at porn as like the North Star of what sex is.
But he was mad because he's like, what if your mom thought this was mine?
Oh, yeah.
That's why he was
Your mom's
mad.
not supposed to know about dicks that look like this.
Well, then why did he have to do
Oh, got it. No, you meant the VHS and I meant
Right,
the body.
Yeah,
right,
why
of
did
the
he
man.
have to do the added dig that you're never going to get a woman like
It's
that?
pronounced dick.
No, like he's like kind of like negging you a little bit.
Yeah.
Natasha, because I thought that he was being good.
Well, I think he was kind of like, it was like 1997, so it was like there was no porn that didn't have someone's like the most giant fake boobs ever. I think he was just kind of like, this isn't what you should be thinking.
No, it's true.
Yes.
He's right because I think that is probably what leads to people being asexual or like not or
Well, this generation that is watching porn before they're having sex and associating that with what sex is, and it's like this super otherworldly, like the body's not only different, but the kinds of things they're doing, and it like desensitizes them to a good old fashioned straight missionary, which is what we want our boys to start on.
That's right, in a bed.
In a bed, whispering "I love you" to each other. Oh man, I don't need to be ready. My kid is simply 2 and 8.
It's funny that you had, because our sex ed in my school, the one thing I remember is the woman who was teaching it said, when a woman is excited, no one would know, but if a man is excited, she said your penis can betray you.
Oh,
Like if you don't want it, and so I remember hearing that and being like freaked out that it's like, don't fuck me over right now. Like I just like, I just thinking that there was like a double agent on my body that could like, and
like you're playing poker and you've got 2 aces.
Yeah.
And your dick is giantly huge.
yeah,
boner.
exactly. Like you're like, just be cool.
it's scary.
Yeah, I mean, when you're definitely at that age, it was because you have like a strong wind, and then you're like, oh my god, I'm hard. But like,
And how did you deal with it when you were a kid?
Well, it took me a little while to figure out the French tuck. Yeah,
and which is the best. So then you need to.
I'm sorry, that means the tip is coming out of your waistband?
Yes, but you have a long shirt on, so you're not, and you're also not like jumping with your hands.
So
up.
no crop tops, and French tuck.
No, you would never want a crop top.
No, because then
look.
then you have the French tip.
Wait, what did we just learn on our Pete Holmes
Bell
episode?
end.
You have the bell end.
The bell end.
What's the bell end?
A British way of saying the end of a dick.
Oh,
I guess common theme on our parenting podcast.
You brought it up, but that's your era. And as a lesbian couple, I could see you wanting to make sure that they knew that they could come to you for any of their problems or whatever happens.
Yeah, I'm walking around with a strap on under my jogging pants to be like, look, we all get it. I'm like you, you're like me. I answer all your questions. I'm not asking ChatGPT.
All right. Well, what's next on our docket?
We have a question from the audience today, and I wanna get right into it. And then after the question from the audience, I'm gonna ask Justin what he trashes and treasures from the way he was growing up.
Oh, okay.
Which is kind of like this thing of like, what do you like? What do you not like about the way you were raised?
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to
What are you
open up
taking with you? What do you?
glove compartment full of condoms for your children?
No, I think I'll hand it to them. I don't think I'll like put it in a glove compartment.
We ready for this question? Let's go.
Hi, Sabrina, Natasha. I need advice on mouth kissing. My son is almost 2. We've never kissed him on the mouth, just like the head or the cheek. But for the past few months, like after I kiss my wife goodnight, he keeps trying to kiss us on the lips. Like we'll try to like redirect and give him a cheek instead, but he'll like follow our lips around like he's freaking Pepe Le Pew. And like, listen, okay, is it adorable? Of course. But I've also seen the stuff he puts on and in his mouth. And let's just say we have very different values in that regard. So like, and I'm nothing against family mouth kissers, okay? My wife and I just did not grow up with it, and it's like so unnatural to us. So like, it's been months and he has not let it go though. So my question is, do we need to like actively teach him that mouth kisses are for adults? Or will he just get the hint eventually? Or do we just accept that this is like who we are now? And I'm nothing if not open-minded, so I will entertain like a good argument in favor of family Frenching. Thank you. Love you both.
First of all, this listener, not only a lesbian, extra points, but could do voice acting.
Oh, yeah.
Also,
great
really
voice.
good home mic system.
Really
That
good
was-
home mic system. Suspiciously.
Yeah.
And
Is she
and
my
by the
wife?
way, I have her answer.
Which is?
Here's what you do.
Yeah.
On the cheek.
Whoa, weird. Weird character.
On the cheek. We kiss on the cheek.
Whoa, spooky.
You think that's spooky?
I think that's like out of your body, of your usual character. You're like,
Well, you just have to be firm. You got to be firm.
you're like,
know?
you do that, I'm gonna go fucking bananas, like the lady in Weapons.
What do you think that they should do?
Well, I'm controversial because I'm kissing my kids on the lips. Little lip kiss, not long linger, but a little lip kiss. And guess what? Sometimes my daddy kissed me on the lips. My mom, don't touch me.
oh
That's
yeah,
why I
you
gay.
told me you.
That's
My mom,
why I
don't hug
gay.
me. That's why I gay.
Wait,
but-
you and your dad are still like you said. You'll cuddle sometimes.
Yeah, I like to cuddle with him. Where I'm like, it's cute, and it's like obviously it would
I
be
did
weird
not
if it
grow
was like
up
a
like
long,
that.
if it was a long kiss or there was like anything like strange about the relationship. It would not feel good. But it's like it's nice to kiss your little. But I get it. It's like it's whatever you grew up with and whatever you're comfortable with. I would say stop tempting this little boy. You're kissing your wife all the time. It feels so good in front of him. Start doing side kisses in front of him. Model that. But if you're going to be giving it away to your wife, of course this kid's like, hey, yo, why can't I get that kind of contact?
I mean, I think you sort of like model the consent. I think it's like if you're a parent and you like that, like if you're like, I like mouth kisses.
Yeah.
Then that's fine.
Yeah.
But I think if you don't, like this woman doesn't,
Yeah.
then I think it could be like, oh, that's not really what I like. Like, kiss me right here, let's kiss on the cheek or whatever. Because I think that that's an important thing to model to your kid is not just like your kid being like, whatever I'm feeling, I do. I think
Yes.
it's like, even though obviously it's so harmless, but I don't know, like with my kids, I like, if my kids do something that makes me upset or feel weird, like I like to generally tell them and not just be
Yeah.
like, I'm a piece of shit, you can do whatever you want to me, you're king. So I don't know. My feeling is kind of like if you're cool with it, do it, and if you're not, then I think it's okay to tell your kid like, oh, that's not what I like.
You go, over here.
It's funny how much modeling is just everything.
Yeah.
It's like modeling what you want them to do,
Yeah.
basically.
You got to
You
model.
disagree?
No, I don't disagree. And I'm absolutely shocked to tell you we're nearing the end of this modeling session.
Whoa.
These three models are about to hit the highway.
Whoa.
Before we go, I obviously need to know from the Justin Halpern, one of my favorite bosses.
You'd be a great boss, I can tell.
Thank you.
He let us watch so much footage of the projects I worked on.
That's true.
The sign of a great boss.
It was.
Let's see some more of your old pictures.
I think a
Perfect.
good boss just means that you're allowed to watch YouTube in the room and you go home by 4. And
Oh,
that's
that's
the two
good.
things.
That is great. And what is your policy on checking your phones?
Oh, I'm fine with it. We're all adults.
You let writers just be on there. Someone's gonna take
someone- but that's
take
like-
advantage of it.
But that's like, listen, if you're doing your job, like you guys know Emily Heller.
Great.
So Emily's
comedy
on-
writer, hilarious.
Hilarious
Emily.
comedy writer, hilarious stand-up. She's on the show that I'm running right now. And Emily has to have like something in her hand where she's just kind of like futzing, but she's present. But
Yeah.
she just needs to like, her brain works that way, and she pitches tons of funny stuff and is a hilarious writer.
But what about the people who you hired because someone made you, and then they're like, "Oh, she's on her phone. I want to be on my phone," and then they don't even do the one thing that they do well. You just
Yeah, but then that's like, if your performance sucks, then that at the end of the year, that's like, I'm like, hey, this was, or during the year, I will sometimes pull them aside and be like, hey, I'm fine if you're on your phone if you're contributing, but you're also not contributing.
wow, that's
And
really
by the way,
smart.
it's called a French tuck.
That's my
get your
problem
feet off the
mostly,
table.
is I'm seeing too many boners in the room. I want to help them hide them.
But my final, I would be remiss if I didn't ask, what do you treasure about the way you were raised? What are you taking into your parenting, and what do you trash?
I think it's actually the same thing for me that I treasure and
Interesting.
trash, which is like very transparent honesty. I think my dad and mom were like very, very honest to the point of like sometimes it would be like hurtful about like whatever was going on, and which I valued.
You're never
for
gonna
many...
fuck a porn star.
yeah, exactly. And I'm like, I could.
I'm gonna prove it.
He was right. I couldn't. So I valued like knowing where I stood, and like if I did something fucked up, they would tell me, and like like if I handed them artwork or like like if I wrote, like I remember writing something in high school. And I kind of like half-assed it, and then I gave it to my dad to read before I turned it in. He was like, "This is terrible. Like, don't turn this in." And like, just get it. But on the same side of it, it was like to have that all the time, to just like always get that response. It was like a little much.
But it's interesting because the story you told about your kids' project, you were like, "Listen, if you want me to help you, you're gonna have to do it the real way." You're not entertaining
that's
them.
the remix of the honesty.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was I think definitely like the thing that I struggle with as a parent, of like how much to like share. I try to never to like bullshit and say something that I don't believe, but like obviously keeping some stuff. I don't need to tell them every feeling I have about everything they've done, because I think that becomes like a little much, and then you like don't want to like. But for me, it created a scenario at my house where I was growing up where I was just like, I just like need to stay away from these people for a little bit because I don't want to get any real. You're like 16, you're like, nah, and you like don't want anyone to tell you the real truth.
Yeah, well, it's your acne, obviously.
Yeah.
It feels like criticism almost.
Yeah, exactly. And I think to be able to take criticism, you have to have like a certain level of self-esteem that had like not risen to and still haven't. And so it's like that, just getting that fire hose of just like that, of being like, okay, but I can't hear that again because I already think I'm a piece of shit. So
modifying the fire, like keeping the honesty on, but like the trickle is more of a trickle and not like a fire hose.
Yeah, and just like when I'm gonna use it, like specific
and integrating
points.
it. You've integrated it into your life and your personality and the times.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah, like when you get home today after recording this, you're gonna be like, I recorded an incredible podcast with two of the most genius comic minds, but you're not gonna also say I'm considering leaving you guys for these two women.
No,
That
you're
would be
right.
that would be fire
see,
hose.
that's what you keep back.
That's
you
what you
keep
keep
the last
back.
part back.
All right, well, I'm keeping the last part front because I'm taking the front of what this podcast was and putting it in the back.
Ooh.
Justin's book is called Get Lost. All right? It is a father-daughter buddy mystery, and it's out July 7th.
I love it.
And I love you.
We love you.
He has
Love
a hard
you
time
guys.
saying it.
No. That was the thing. My dad's crazy, but he always ended every conversation with "I love you" because his dad lived to be he lived to be 99, and he never said "I love you" once to my dad.
Oh my God.
Yeah, my dad told me the story when we were in line at Jamba Juice one day, and he was like, never in 99 years did that man ever say "I love you." And the lady was like, "Are you guys gonna order?" Because we were like right at the thing. But so like my dad always says it.
Well, they were called the silent generation.
Yeah,
Those people are fucked up.
so fucked up.
The ones before our parents?
Yeah, they're older than they're the boomers' elders.
Yeah.
What a bad slogan for a generation. The silent generation.
Why are they called? Maybe because it's shit like that.
Yeah.
Well, congrats on your dad for breaking the cycle. He broke free.
Yeah, he did. He really did. And I think that was like not easy for him.
Shout out to our sponsors, Jamba Juice.
Well, thank you, Justin. It was a pleasure.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Wait, like and subscribe.
Or not.